Hey, it's Edge here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin with Elliott Wave Theory. Couple of advertisements here at the start. I finally completed the Elliott Wave and RSI Advanced course, so if you want to master the RSI and want to learn how it can be utilized properly with Elliott Wave Theory, check out the course on Udemy. I've also started counter trend capital with few expert traders that will be paid Discord group. Currently the Discord is free, so you can check it out if you're interested. And lastly, if you want to educate yourself and support me, you can take a look at Patreon, where you can find Elliott Wave Basics course, access to weekly live streams and extra content overall. Thank you for your support. Let's get into the charts next. Here we are on Bitcoin's chart on 4-hour time frame, and let's take a look at what we have. Previously we were looking at the macro picture first, and today we're going to be starting with this again. Again, the overall idea has been that we have had a three-way structure in A, three ways into B, and then looking for a five-way structure to complete this whole structure overall as in a five-wave sequence, as that is what we have generally in, or always in the C waves. So again, that is that, and let's dive into this wave C instead. This is what we have, so let's zoom in a bit. Overall, we would have this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have extension here on third wave already around the 2.618 extension, so we don't need to be looking for an extension here on fifth. Of course, it is possible to have two extensions on third wave and fifth wave, but again, at this point, again, that is not the most common thing to look for, which is why I'm still kind of hesitant to call that this would be a wave 1, 2 of that fifth wave. Once we come down in three waves, down to somewhere around here, less than 23k, then we can be starting to look for long setups as well as at least a hedge against the shorts that we have built. Now on smaller time frames, again, previously I was talking about this, how we have already completed this five-way structure up into these highs. Again, we hit some major targets up in here, and the issue that we had here was that we have now taken out the highs that we had here. Now why this is kind of unfortunate is that we can't be building a diagonal anymore here. Again, since the wave 2 can't take out the origin of wave 1 here, so we can't have this as a 1, 2 anymore. So at this point, this has to be some kind of corrective structure overall. We can't have a multi-way structure coming down. So again, we still have the options of going up higher, either by creating this as a wave 1, 2, where this wave 2 would be an expanding structure, something like that. Or we would be just creating some kind of very large WXY to the downside. However, as this is already so small, or the extension here is already in such small degrees, I don't think that is that much likely. The other scenario that we were watching was this one, where we have had this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, creating some kind of diagonal here, either into the wave 5 here, so this fifth would be up in here, where we would have some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. However, this is not the case anymore as well. The wave 4 here has already gone beyond the 1-to-1 of this wave 2, which is again making this expanding diagonal, which it can't be, because again, third wave here is already smaller than wave 1. If it was an expanding structure, this wave 5 would have to be larger than wave 3, and at this point overall, wave 3 would be the shortest structure overall, which just can't be the case. So this whole thing is invalidated. So what do we have actually left? At this moment, I don't have anything. Again, we have a couple of different variations here, what we can be tracking. One of them would be some structure like that, or this whole structure would be something like that. So overall, this or that. I'm still expecting more downside, as we have not given a partner leg for this structure. I don't think it is the case where this whole thing is a wave 4. Why is just because, again, we should be comparing the wave 4 size to a wave 2 of same degree. So wave 2 would be something like this size. One of these corrections here would be the alteration to this. So again, we can't really compare these two together here to create any kind of good looking structure. So again, for that reason, I don't think that is a wave 4. It is, if we want to be more bullish, then I would assume that this is going to be a wave 2 instead, but it's not. I don't think it's not wave for. So what am I going to do at the moment? Well, I'm just sitting on my hands. I'm still on the short side. I did not get stopped out by this week, and that is just due to Binance not taking my stop limits, because I had my stop here above these highs, and that just wasn't taken. I got lucky that time, and I still have my shorts on ADA and ETH on both. But at this point again, I'm still on the shorts and I have not done anything since. I'm not going to be taking any positions until we get at least this taken out this low, or we're going to be creating some kind of structure that I can make sense of. At this point, all of this is very overlapping, which is indicating more of a corrective structure. However, again, I think Rodrigo on the Discord posted some counts where we would have this as a potential 1-2, or was it into these highs as a 1-2-1-2 scenario overall. That would be possible here. Again, to me, that is not that likely since all the overlaps, but again, it can be forced in here. Some things to note here is some of the key levels that I would be watching. Weekly opens, daily opens, naked point of controls, and time price opportunities, and dailies and weeklies and such. Of course, the range high and low are of course very important. These are the opportunities that are going to give you these kind of opportunities where you're going to be just shorting when you see a lot of other longs going into here. Again, we saw a lot of longs on the footprints at these highs, a lot of trapped longs as we came down in price, and we never reached back there. So they had to be getting out of the positions at some point. Again, these are those who are breakout traders. They are seeing that this high has been broken. Okay, that means bullish, and they go up. No, that's not the case. There's just a liquidity level here, and we actually do this. Take out the liquidity, and then we move down. We have exactly the same structures here. We have actually a couple of different levels of interest here, naked point of control and time price opportunity here as well. And also, again, we have a daily here and this range low as well. Momo as well on Discord pointed out this fixed range volume profile. So again, take a look at that. We have confluence up in here as well, which is definitely a good thing for that TPOs and NPOCs. And at the moment, we are still battling with the range value area low, at least with these volume profile settings. So again, that is something to keep in mind. But at the moment, nothing really else that is interesting to me. I'm going to be seeing how these levels are going to be reacting. At this moment, the weekly open has been very interesting. We can see a bounce here. We can see another bounce here before going through it and getting a back test. So this is the resistance level now that we should be watching. At the moment, again, I have alert here set on the weekly open, seeing how that reacts, and alert below these lows here, if we can be looking for taking liquidity out of these and these here, and even tapping into the naked point of control. So if we see some kind of reaction, I would be interested in at least looking for a scalp trade here. But at the moment, I don't have any other Elliott Wave accounts for this structure here, so that's going to be doing it for this video. If you want to be learning more, check out the Discord, check out Patreon and the Udemy courses, and of course check out CTC for signals and more education. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.